a very special bee named Esh. Esh wasn't like the other bees in her bustling hive nestled high in the eucalyptus trees overlooking Lake Ora. While her sisters diligently collected nectar and pollen, Esh possessed a curious and adventurous spirit. She often found herself distracted by the shimmering reflections on the lake's surface and the vibrant colors of the unfamiliar flowers that grew a little further afield than the usual foraging grounds. One particularly warm morning, as the sun painted the sky in hues of orange and gold, Esh felt a strong pull to explore beyond the familiar scent of acacia blossoms. She zipped past her fellow workers, offering a quick antenna tap of greeting, and ventured out towards the distant, dazzling colors she had often observed. The journey was longer than any she had undertaken before. The air hummed with the buzz of other insects, and the scents shifted from the sweet familiarity of the hive to a medley of earthy and floral aromas she couldn't quite place. She flew over fields dotted with grazing cattle and small villages where children waved as she passed. Finally, after what felt like a very long time, Esh reached her destination. It was a hidden valley, unlike anything she had ever seen. Towering trees with broad, velvety leaves sheltered a riot of flowers and shades she couldn't even name, deep purples, fiery reds, and brilliant blues. The air was thick with the intoxicating perfume of blossoms she had never encountered before. Esh was mesmerized. She flitted from bloom to bloom, her pollen baskets filling quickly with the rich, unusual pollen. The nectar here was different too, with complex flavors that danced on her tiny tongue. She felt a thrill of discovery with every new flower she visited. As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the valley, Esh knew she had to return to the hive. Her pollen sacs were heavy, and a sense of responsibility tugged at her. She had to share this bounty with her sisters. The journey back was more challenging. The air grew cooler, and Esh felt a twinge of tiredness. But the thought of the unique treasures she carried spurred her on. She navigated by the fading light and the familiar scent of the eucalyptus trees as she drew closer to home. When Esh finally reached the hive, the activity was beginning to slow for the night. She entered the familiar darkness, the air buzzing with the low hum of her sisters. As she deposited her unusual pollen into the storage cells, a few of the older bees approached, their antennae twitching with curiosity at the unfamiliar scent and color. Esh, usually quiet, seemed to buzz with excitement as she communicated, through intricate dances and pheromones, the wonders of the hidden valley. She described the vibrant flowers, the unique nectar, and the abundance she had found. At first, some of the older bees were skeptical. It was a long journey, and venturing into the unknown could be dangerous. But Esh's pollen was proof of her discovery, and her enthusiastic dances painted a vivid picture of this new resource. The next morning, a small group of the more adventurous bees followed Esh back to the hidden valley. They returned with the same wonder in their buzzing and the same unique pollen clinging to their legs. The hive rejoiced in this new source of nourishment, and Esh, the curious little bee, was no longer just seen as a dreamer. She was recognized as an explorer, a discoverer, and a vital contributor to the well-being of her colony. From that day on, the bees of Lake Ora expanded their foraging territory, thanks to the adventurous spirit of one small bee who dared to look beyond the familiar and discovered a hidden treasure. And sometimes, when the wind carried the scent of those unique valley flowers to the hive, the older bees would share the story of Esh, the little bee who showed them that the greatest riches often lie just beyond the horizon.